So here's the thing.
Marketing.
Thank you everyone who came to spend at least an hour or 20 minutes in our podcast. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts because this is our first podcast, and hopefully you come back. We give you some value in return, and we get some long life fans. But
We don't thank you.
well, yeah,
We love you.
Yeah, we love you.
We love you
We
for
can't thank
stopping
you, we
by.
love you.
Now, are we actually the Samadhi podcast, or what do we want to call ourselves?
Let's call it marketing for schmuck. No, that's too easy.
If you're listening to this podcast, you're a schmuck.
Let's see how we can call ourselves the marketing for schmucks.
Marketing for schmucks. Is this actually what we're going with?
Sure. Sanju, what do you think? Just speak.
I don't know. Marketing for schmucks.
Okay, marketing for
Marketing
It
for
might change later.
schmucks. It might change later, but right now it's called marketing for schmucks.
business and life for
Business,
schmucks.
life. What is the marketing trend of 2019 going forward? Hopefully we're not wrong. You know, like marketing is always a speculation, and
So,
there's some hard numbers, but mostly speculation because you don't know what the market's doing now. Like you don't know where your audience is going to be literally tomorrow. Like Facebook could collapse tomorrow, YouTube could collapse tomorrow. We don't know.
Everyone could be at Area 51 tomorrow. We don't. This is one of those things where you never know where the market's going to be. So we're going to do our best to predict it as much as possible and tell you what trends we are seeing. Doesn't mean they'll stick to that, but it's our best educated guess that we can give to you all.
So, but do you know what is not an educated guess is actually our first topic, branding versus sales. So here's the thing. Steven, what's the difference from your branding and from your sales? Go. Yes, give your guess. What do you think?
This is my guess.
Yeah.
Well, branding is you're creating a symbol or a piece of our product that you are selling that people will recognize the name of or what it is. Sales is you're just trying to get some money. You're just trying to sell a product, doesn't matter. Like if you're selling on Amazon, for example, and you're just trying to sell some basic plates or, whatever you're selling. You're just trying to sell to get some numbers. But if you're branding, you create a logo, you have a name for yourself that you will continue to market and use for all your products, and people will see and go back to over and over and over again, and you will build your social media and your advertisements around one name, one logo. That's branding. When people know who you are and what your thing is that you sell, that's branding. Now, if I go out and mow someone's lawn, that's a sale. I'm not branding, I'm just trying to make some money.
We're saying a lot of people think commercials, it's only sales. Like people think, oh, I have a commercial out, I need some money in return. So what do you say with for marketing, sales driven? So what is your definition of sales? Let's say like an ad. Go.
Sales for an ad?
Yeah.
You create an ad just to drive some sales for a certain particular product. If you're not branding, you won't really probably mention your own brand too much. You're just trying to sell a certain. It's hard to have advertisement without a brand. If you're just trying to sell a product, then you're just trying to drive. It might be a service as a sale, maybe not a brand. Maybe you're just trying to sell a category. Maybe you have a very strong take in the category and you're trying to sell a bunch of products in a category. But yeah, usually with marketing, it doesn't make much sense unless you're branding. You can sell a general thing, like I've sold party supplies, but I didn't brand the party supplies. I just want to sell party supplies. It's just selling. I mean, if you're not trying to give a brand, then honestly, you probably shouldn't be doing marketing in the first place, because if you want to build something long term, you should be using a brand.
So that good thing you mentioned long term. So as a social media marketing company, we had this discussion with a few of our clients where for ad, like, oh, how many sales can I get? Well, in our job, especially for social media, sales shouldn't be your first concern. Like it should, because like sales equals money, but more important than sales, especially in the long term, is actually branding, like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, if you're not selling well in this market, you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the economy's about to crash, maybe 2-3 years, maybe next year. as all good markets, as things go up, is gonna go down.
Mm-hmm.
So what's gonna save you when the recession hits? It's not gonna be like your sales. It's gonna be your branding.
Mm-hmm.
Because like an example where people, like, I think real estate is actually a big part of this, where people they have 90% of their sales are from references, or they cold call, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that only works if the market has money, you know.
Yeah.
So when you like say, as I was saying, like we need branding because at the end of the day, people need to know who you are, like, or like a little ring or something where they can, when say they're looking for someone, or like, oh, you might be the best option.
Mm-hmm.
They think of you like, oh, like example, Eastern Motors. Here in the East Coast, we have something called Eastern Motors, where, well, how does it go then? Like, oh, Eastern Motors, your jobs, your credit. And first thing, everyone here in Maryland and Virginia, it's in our head. So probably when like, hey, where should I buy a car or a used car? Like, damn, I think I might go to Eastern Motors because like I know it's used, it's cheap, better prices.
Mm-hmm.
I already have it in my mind. Or say if you're other used car dealership, you have no branding. Why would they ever go to you? I won't even think of you.
Yeah, exactly. You just gotta get something that sticks in their heads, or something that when they see it, they go, "That's right. That's that product, and I know what that is." Even if they even if they don't buy initially, it's just the fact that they see it. In the long term, when they do need your product, there's a chance they'll remember you or see an ad or something or your logo and come back to you. So you're playing the long game. It's not always going to be quick with branding, but you want longevity and loyal customers. You got a brand.
I think here's a good, what's it called? A good example actually to see branding for sales. There was a company back in the day. I don't know if they're still around. It's called Lecoq Sportif. Have you ever heard of it? That's my reasoning. Back in the 80s and 90s, they tried to come in the American market, but they didn't have much branding. Like there weren't much commercials, there weren't any connected to the actual consumer. And the opposite, is Nike. Everyone knows Nike. If you don't know, Lecoq Sportif is a sports brand like Nike. They sell the exact same things. I think even back in the day, a few NBA players were sponsored by Lecoq Sportif. But the big flaw in their whole marketing strategy was they didn't reach their customers. They just put it out there first. Maybe that's, I don't know, they had cold calls or whatever, but it wasn't the smartest way to get into the American market, because especially here in days, we love stories, we love visual imagery, we love connecting to a brand or an item that maybe one day it can be the thing that they show on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Another example, Jordans. People only buy Jordans because they have a little hope they can be just as good as Michael Jordan, which is never going to happen, but the brand sells that idea.
Yeah.
I can be like Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Lecoq Sportif, dude, I have no idea.
Dude, I've never heard of Coq Sportif
La
ever in my
Coq,
life. La Caca, I don't know. I've never heard of them. I'm guessing you researched them in advance.
Yeah, I did.
Genuinely have no clue who they are. So, I try to keep up. I try to know that kind of stuff, but hey, if you don't brand right back in the day, you'll be forgotten over time, which is just the sad truth. So you gotta be smart with your branding.
So here's some ideas I think we can give one of our viewers, especially in a car business or actually anything that you're selling on Amazon. If you're a brick and mortar store, sell online. Here's the thing. You have to be not the same. I guess that's the best way. Don't be the same. Like I said,
you have to be unique. You gotta do something that stands out. You do something different enough where people look at you and come to you just because of that particular thing you do or you represent.
Here's the thing. I can pull up my phone right now, maybe thousands of these Instagram pages that all look the same. It's a simple picture of the product. Maybe the next post is a little inspirational quote. But at the end of the day, cool, whatever. You might get some engagement, but that's not what's gonna make you stand out the most because 1,000 people are doing it.
Yeah, and I mean, going to like Instagram, like when you see Instagram ads, when you're scrolling down, you just see an ad pop up. Like, how many times I've seen, like, for sunglasses, for dyes, I swear all the dyes, they all say, if you want to look like this celebrity from this movie, you can't do this, you have to do your own specific thing. And I've seen it so many times now where they all kind of just blend together. And just, people's like selling sweatshirts or like, you know, they all just have these designs, like they look cool, they catch your eye for a second, then you have to remember, they're probably cheap, you know, they're not going to look as good as they do in the photo, they're always edited. It just, all those kinds of things, they all blend together, and if you really start to think about it or get to look into a product and see how it is, you kind of start to associate a lot of products the same way if they're in the same category. Like if I see a bunch of different hoodies with graphics, I'm going to assume that a lot of them are probably very similar, where they're cheap to buy and make, they don't look as good in the photo, they never will, they probably won't last that long, cheap quality. So you gotta do something that like actually proves you can stand out and have some kind of backing behind it. That's why people usually like to have some kind of celebrity or some kind of influencer behind their product, just to give a little, give the ability to have like some, what's the word for it? I can't remember the word. The word just slipped right out of my head. It's to prove your product is what I'm trying to say. To prove that there's something to your product, to give it validity. Even if you're paying them, it just it shows your customers that you got someone that they admire behind your product. That means maybe they should be paying attention to your product as well.
So more on that topic, a way to improve, I guess, your branding, especially on social media, make a 3-second video of you like maybe putting your shirt in like the box to mail it out. But here's the thing, you have to do this every day. Put a post out every day, and trust me, your brand's going up. Here's the thing, you won't see results the first year. Here's the thing, if anyone goes up to you and tells you, hey man, I can make your social media presence better, like your sales will go up in a year, like 20% in the next month, either they're the best marketer in the world, or they don't know what they're talking about and trying to just take your money.
Or they're putting a lot of money behind it.
Or
like a crap ton of money. If you have enough money, you can advertise, but that's not realistic for a lot of people.
But here's the thing. Branding is a long process. It's a long-term goal. Here's the thing. A lot of people want the short-term money. Whereas the short-term money is never as good as long-term money. Whereas like branding, especially nowadays, is so easy. All you need is a phone. It's free. Branding is free now.
Mm-hmm.
It's free.
Hashtags are powerful as well for doing free advertising, basically.
Dude, it's free branding, free advertising. Why wouldn't you want that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you won't get the money.
We don't want the money.
We won't get the money right there. But next, in 2 years, next year, dude, it's gonna be flowing because people know who you are. You have a reputation. You might be even become an authority in the field that you want to sell to your customers.
Mm-hmm.
So why isn't that a good deal? Why do people keep spending money on Facebook ads or on TVs thinking like, man, like my life, like the money's gonna flow in now because someone saw it?
You gotta look for your target audience. You can't just put it out there. General stuff is never gonna do well. If you're gonna target an audience, you gotta use the right hashtags. You gotta use the right keywords. You gotta know what your niche is. You gotta hit that niche really hard and hit it in a creative way. I mean, before the internet was as prominent as it is today, people would, entrepreneurs would find the right magazine or articles to put their ads in that will hit that right target audience. Usually the magazines will know what their demographic is, and they can tell them accurately, like, okay, this demographic's between the age of 20 and 30 males in the sports or whatever. And if you have a sports product in that category that you want to hit, you put it there, you put it in front of the right people, boom, you're getting the right eyes on it. But if you put in a makeup magazine, you're screwed. You can't just put it out generally because, people into sports cars, people into makeup, people into TV and shows and movies, they're not going to care. But if you have in the sports, that's what matters. So yes, you got to be consistent in doing your thing, but you got to know what your target is, and you got to consistently hit that target and find a way to penetrate into that market and make your mark rather than just like on the outsides copying and trying to catch up with everyone else.
Good advice. So I'm gonna roughly transition to our next topic. Roughly, this is a rough transition. And here's the thing.
Can we just take a shot every time you say here's the thing?
Here's the thing.
It's been like 20 times now. Cheers.
Okay.
All right. Well, here's the thing.
So here's the thing. Steven, what do you think the difference between TV ads and social media ads?
Well, yeah, and when I was in college, I wrote about this particular thing in a certain marketing class. TV's, faster, or TV is slowly becoming more and more obsolete as the days go on. People don't watch TV as much as they used to because social media is so prominent. Facebook, Instagram has billions of people on it every day. TV, I don't watch TV that much. I watch Netflix and Hulu, but there's, if you get the right Hulu subscription, if you have Netflix, you don't get ads. So there's no, pretty much having ads on TV, you're going to hit a very general audience. You're probably going to hit adults, probably in their 40s, 50s, people who are more used to it and not as used to social media. But social media, you can hit teens, kids, young adults, college kids. You can hit so much more and target it so much better than a TV advertisement because, and plus, people skip over TV advertisements all the time. If they record their show, DVRs are a thing now. You can fast forward through all that stuff. Yes, you have it there, but what's the point of having it there if someone's going to skip through in half a second and not see your ad?
Cool. So here's the thing. How much do you think it costs nowadays for national commercials? 30 seconds. 30-second commercial. For the whole United States to see. How much do you think it cost? Just 30 seconds.
100,000?
Well, you're close. You're close. It's actually $115,000 in 2019. The average cost for a 30-second ad.
Dude, easy money.
Dude,
I can.
yeah,
It's easy.
If you're a small business,
dude, yeah, I can just go mow like 2 lawns. I have that much money, easy peasy.
So honestly, to me, that especially for small businesses or mid-size, I don't think it's worth that money.
It's just not possible unless you're borrowing way too much money. You can't ever.
So here's the average equivalent. So it would be for your CPM, so cost per impression. I'm just gonna put New York because here's the thing. All these prices could fluctuate where you're from, but this is all just average numbers. So in New York City for CPM, so CPM means impression for 1,000 people. It's about $27.16. Personally, that piles up. So I'll give you, let's say, an equation. So say 500,000 people saw your ad. Not who actually cared about you, just saw it. They saw it watching whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And remember how television, I guess, marks as impressions. The TV's on and the ad just shows up pretty much. I could be, maybe I'm oversimplifying, but that's the gist of it. So 500,000 people saw it. Now you divide it by 1,000, and that's your number, and then times it by, let's say, 27.16, and that's your cost. I think you can calculate it.
So 500 times 27, roughly.
Yeah.
Give or take. Quick math, decent amount of money. Long math's gonna have to hold on for a second. All right, 27 times 500, that's $13,500.
So $13,000, dude, you're gonna spend on your marketing for, a dying industry. TV is still strong. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. TV is still going strong, but it's about to die. It's slowly dying.
It is slowly dying, and social media and just advertising on the internet is just growing so rapidly, and it's so powerful, and so many people are using it, and so many people are witnessing and seeing ads every day. It almost doesn't make sense to not do it on social media because TV ads are fine and all if you're the Super Bowl where everyone's watching, but if you're not the Super Bowl and you're on some crap show no one's watching anymore, oh boy, you got a couple of...
Now here's a good thing for small businesses and medium-sized businesses. Here's the cost for Facebook in Q4 2018. The average price is about $1.47 per impression. So here's the thing. This price could fluctuate. Facebook, these prices fluctuate by time, strategy when you're doing it. It's there's a lot of things going on onto it. But for $1.47 compared to, was it $27.16, dude?
Give me the $1.40.
No, compared to a dollar, like $1.47
Yeah.
compared to 27.
Oh yeah, I'd rather pay the $1.40, of course.
Come on. Interesting. As a business owner, what do you value more? Here's the thing: a lot of people don't understand. What do you value more? A TV ad where maybe a couple people are maybe watching it, like let's say you're watching the news. It's not the hottest thing on TV. It's really not. Compared to, let's say, you put your ad on Facebook where billions of people a day are on it. It depends on your budget. You can hit like maybe 1 million people if you have them. Like, it's not that hard. It's easy.
I mean, it's how much money you put into it, of course. And you can target the exact keywords and stuff that you want. You can hit the exact audience that you're trying to hit. I mean, with TV, you can, sure, if you have like a kids product and you put it during a kids show, sure, you might hit. Well, actually, I don't know if you'd want to sell it during kids show. Kids can't buy things. They can be, they can see a product and tell their parents about it, but realistically, you might want to put it during a TV show where a lot of moms are watching, and that's a mom TV show to watch for kids.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
getting the messages. I'm sorry. You can put it during that, and you can get maybe some impressions, but you're also trying to hit you're hitting your niche, but it's also very broad within it. You can target so much more with Facebook and Instagram than you ever could with commercials. And certain commercials might get you some good impressions. And I mean, over time, people notice. And I mean, so a lot of the jingles that we know is because of TV. So I can't knock TV too much, but it's just dying compared to what you can do for small business owners, for social media and Facebook, for not relatively too much money. You can target, like in your area, you can hit the right businesses, the right customers that you want within your area for your services or products.
Or even restaurants. We're not leaving the restaurant business out.
Of course. No, we're kicking out the restaurant business. That's me.
Oh my God, man, turn off your phone, man.
I'm sorry, it's the woman. I'm gonna you just can go continue to the next one.
Okay, no, I actually want to say this topic a little longer because
okay, go for it.
I really do, because the point is, I want to say that save your money. Like, why do you want to spend so much money on an outdated platform? Like, how can I say, like, when I see a freaking ad on a bus or I see an ad on a newspaper, which I don't have a newspaper, but I know there's ads on it. It's like, why waste your money there? Like, to see maybe 5 people actually commit to it, or maybe one person actually, maybe I actually look it up. But where are they going to look it up? In the freaking internet.
Yeah.
They're not going to call straight off the phone. They're going to look you up on the internet first. Just market the internet. Everyone's in the internet today, man.
Yeah.
Just stay in the internet. Don't think like this is not 1984.
That's specifically not 1984.
This is not 1984 where
it might be 1985, but not 1984.
Not 1984 right now.
We're in the modern age.
You gotta. We're just thinking. A few people right now like, oh man, we're kids. We don't know what we're talking about. Well, here's the thing. I sold products on the internet. Here's the thing. Example. One day, I think it was a Saturday night, I made about $3,000 selling makeup brushes. And do you know how much my ad cost was? $500. So to put $500 down, I got $3,000 back. Was it branding? No. We just talked about all branding. But that's how powerful the internet is today. There's so many people on the internet today. Just go where the people are. I think a lot of people don't understand. You don't force the customers to go where you want to go. You have to go where the customers are.
Mm-hmm.
That's the message you want to put. Who are you going to sell if no one's there? Like, hey man, we're going to force people to watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, if someone told me, hey man, if you want to see my product, you have to watch TV. I'm like, why would I do that? Like, I need to buy cable box now. I need to do this, blah, blah, blah. It's extra steps that no one does anymore.
No. I mean, in fact, like, for example, my brother's just moving. He's moving out, getting his own place. And when I asked him about cable and stuff, he straight up said, him and his fiance, they're not gonna get cable. They're gonna get like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon, because that hits all their main shows. A lot of the best shows are on those platforms, and they don't have ads. Well, Hulu does if you do the cheaper option, but if you don't do the cheaper option, you don't have ads. And a lot of premium things don't do ads. If you pay for the premium, they will not see an ad. Or, just basically, the only reason you would need cable is for major sporting events, which you could probably still live stream online, or the Super Bowl, or like the presidential address or something. I don't know, but you can find that online. Like a lot of the cable things, it's just, people are switching over to streaming platforms more and more. People are getting higher speed internet. Internet's becoming a very big thing very rapidly, and if you're missing out on it, then I don't know what to tell you. You're missing out on a huge opportunity that's only going to get bigger.
I'm going to tell you that you're missing money. That's what happened. You're missing money. You're
missing money watching your stupid cable and expecting people to watch their stupid cable.
There's a good quote. I don't remember who's from. It's like, you're skipping the dollar to pick up the quarter. You're trying to, how's it go again? You're reaching.
They're stupid. That's how it goes.
You're reaching over the dollar to pick up the quarter.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Be in line.
I feel like it's almost common sense at this point, but people don't really realize it, or at least the older generation. I would say generation above our current generation, we're young adults. They don't fully understand the power of social media, and if they're trying to start up a small business, they might not fully get it. They might kind of understand it, but they don't know what the heck they're doing or talking about, and they may need ask their kids on how to use social media. Learning about it as fast as possible, learning how to optimize it, use it, how to create your ads, and how to target your ads out there with social media. That is the best way to get your stuff out cheap and effective and target the right people.
But here's the thing. What if they don't have time? What if they don't have time to look at the social media?
It doesn't take that much time. You use Instagram in your spare time, right? You use Facebook in your spare time.
Just outsource it.
I was about to go on a rant on how do you not know how to use Facebook? You use it every day. But yes, Facebook marketing or using their advertising is slightly off Facebook.
If you don't know how to do it, just outsource. Find someone to do it.
Yes, because that also goes down to time. And if you've ever heard of the book, The 4-Hour Workweek, I'd highly recommend it because they talk a lot about how to manage your time and how to get things done efficiently in less time. And he talks about outsourcing, whether that's a virtual assistant, they exist. You can find them in foreign countries, and they're very effective at their jobs. They built a whole company around outsourcing and getting stuff done virtually, and they can handle emails and advertising for you and reaching out, cold calls, cold emails. They can do all that for you for relatively cheap for US dollar. And if you find the right outsourcing, Fiverr, you get stuff done with Fiverr, getting your website up, getting products done, pictures done for your product, videos, editing. You don't know how to do any of that. You can always go to outsourcing through them, or maybe contacting someone on YouTube, which I would say is a little harder to do, a little more steps, probably cost a little more, but there's always people out there, and Facebook Marketplace. You can find people out there who will do it for you for a good price.
So, when you say I don't have time, just buy time. Just buy it. Buy someone else's time.
Buy some time.
Buy time.
Buy some time. It is basically buying time. If you can get someone to outsource, and get your stuff done for you, when we wanted to get our website done, we thought, we could do it ourselves, but that can take a lot of time, a lot of effort. We would have to learn every little thing about websites, how to manage and do it. Instead, we went on, you can go on Fiverr and you find a good price for someone who does high quality stuff. Just send them the details that you need to get done. Send them the all the other stuff you need for the website, like the domain and the host servers and whatnot, and just let them take care of it. And then you can spend that time doing the other things that goes toward your business and not worrying about one step at a time.
Disclaimer, we're not sponsored by Fiverr. We just really like Fiverr.
Fiverr is just, it's very prominent. We're effective and cheap outsourcing labor. There's other sites, of course, but we've personally used Fiverr a lot, so not sponsored, but would recommend. If they want to sponsor us, don't Please.
Hey, I'll take it.
Please.
Please sponsor us.
Sure, we'll take it. Why
We love
not?
your service.
We love it.
So, speaking about outsourcing and everything, hard transition again. Hard transition. What do you think? What is the best outlet for marketing, especially today and nowadays?
Sorry, what's the best outlet for marketing?
Outlet for marketing, or best platform? Yes.
The best platform is
The best. Plural. Best.
Face freaking Book. Has the most users of any social media platform on it. And they already have a built-in advertising system that will very accurately and very precisely get your advertising out there to the right people that you want. And relatively cheap, and everyone uses Facebook. They're gonna see it. I mean, it has the most users of any social media, I believe. Second, I would say is maybe Instagram or YouTube, depending on where you want to hit. And third, if you want to try to go a more free route, Reddit is a very popular forum site. If you hit the right forums, you can get your stuff in front of some people, but that's a little bit harder. And
I think,
some people might not appreciate you advertising on certain forums, but
I think you're missing. What are you doing? What are you on? Oh, camera's on. We're gonna have a quick commercial break. Okay. Sorry for that technical issue, even though we're not doing.
hey,
live.
if you edit this right, they won't know. Just start it. Just go.
So back to our topic.
No, we're not going back to anything. Just say it.
So, what are the best platforms for marketing as of today?
Well, straight up, the best platform by far, Facebook. 100%, billions of people on it, literally billions of people on it, use it every day. It's easy to advertise, it's built into it already. You can target the right people for relatively cheap. I mean, of course, there's the minimum is $5, but you can target your niche people on Facebook. Among billions of people, target direct people for cheap. Second to that, I would say Instagram. Instagram is so quick to just scroll down and see a photo or something real quick. Like it, comment it, whatever. It's super quick, super easy. Third, very influential with major topics, Twitter. If you don't believe me, look at the last presidential election. People just hashtags, for some of that is on Facebook, but hashtags are so powerful on Twitter that literally when things go viral or like trending on Twitter, everyone knows about it.
And going back to Facebook, the Russians won.
The Russians won it for Trump.
on Facebook. So any naysayers like, oh, Facebook doesn't work, social media marketing doesn't work. It won a freaking presidential election.
If you throw enough money at it.
I don't know what to say. Like, if that's not evidence enough that social media is not powerful for business or anything, come on, man.
So here's the thing.
So
The
here's the
trifecta of social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you can nail down those three, you can hit so many people, it's ridiculous. There's other stuff out there that you can try hitting up, like certain forums like Reddit, or just going around doing websites, going different websites can get you some results. But for the fastest and most efficient, which require maybe a little bit of money up front for advertising, of course, because advertising ain't free unless you do it right. You just hit those three, you do the right advertising, and your stuff can get out in front of people the same day. Within the hour, within 20 minutes, you can have your product in front of the right people.
So here's the thing. Seriously, honestly, if you're a business, I don't care what you are, you need to be on social media, especially nowadays. You do not survive without social media.
I mean, all the big companies are now using social media. Coke, Doritos, Pepsi. Like all of them. I know some of them are owned into each other, but big companies, fast food joints, they all use social media. Like Wendy's and stuff. Like on Twitter, they're on Twitter and stuff, but they're not always about business. They're more funny, post funnier things, and kind of like meme it with other restaurants and stuff. Just being active and having your brand in front of people, whether it's making them laugh or entertaining them or just being in front of them, that's doing the job for you right there. That's free. Tweeting is free. And just paying some guy, send out a tweet with a hashtag, making fun of Burger King or Taco Bell every once in a while. Boom, publicity. Easy.
Ooh, like the thing is, like, I'm just surprised how how people, I guess from where I get these answers when I went out to reach for real estate agents, like, oh, we got 90% are from referrals. I'm like, dude, okay, so how do you get referrals? You market yourself. You first market before you get referrals.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like you need.
It can snowball.
It snowballs.
It's a snowball effect. Once you get your advertisement out, people know your stuff. If they like what you do, if you got quality products or services, and you prove yourself, people will remember your product. They will reference your product to someone else or your service, and that does the work for you. That's free advertising.
First thing, remember. But how did you get that snowball to start?
Advertise.
Social media.
Social media. That's the thing.
First thing, I'm not going to preach that social media forever is going to be the best topic. But here's the thing, maybe the super internet comes in next year. And here's the thing, this is what we're going to tell you. Start marketing on the super internet.
Yeah.
Remember, one platform never stays forever.
No.
It will always change.
MySpace was huge at one point. Look where it is now.
I totally forgot about MySpace.
Yep. MySpace was it was the Facebook back in the day, but guess what? People don't use it anymore. It's dead. It doesn't stay forever. Facebook's very prominent right now. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. Don't wait to get on it expecting it to die. Get on it. Do that. You can also do Google advertisements, directly through AdSense through Google,
Google's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere.
Google's not going anywhere. And they're connected to YouTube, and so many people watching billions of hours of content every day. It's, it just all feeds into each other. If you do it the right way, it just feeds itself. All social media can be linked to your YouTube. YouTube can link to social media, your website, and just, it feeds and feeds and feeds. If you know what you're doing and you get the right advertisements, link it all together, boom, you send them through the cycle. Easy peasy. You just gotta take a little time in advance, put a little money aside, set it all up, get everything linked, and just be a presence on all of them.
So here's a amazing fact. I don't know. I talked to one of our partners about it, but apparently, there's more YouTube watch time hours than the Earth has been alive.
Wow. I'm not surprised, but that's weird to think about.
Don't quote me on this, but I remember. I think that's what it was. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure there's more people watching YouTube than.
It was the hours. YouTube has been watched, the amount of hours total.
Yeah.
I think per year is more than the Earth is lived.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that's not powerful?
Yeah. And yes, people have the YouTube Premium. Yes, people use ad blockers, but guess what? If they're not on a desktop, they can't use an ad blocker. If they're on their phone, they will see your ads.
Well, guess what? They don't even have to get those people. Sorry for cutting, but they don't have those people who are using ad blocker. It's called influencer marketing. Sponsorships, dude. Good example. Dollar Shave Club. NordVPN.
You've heard of them.
You definitely heard of them. Dude.
You've heard of phone games. Not being specific, but you've definitely heard some person talk about some phone game where you can play long term in a clan or a group. That stuff pops up all the time.
Here's some good, famous YouTubers who get millions of views. Even though I don't personally like these YouTubers, but here's Jake Paul,
Logan Paul, makeup people,
James Charles.
I was trying to think of that guy. He was actually on the 25 most influential internet celebrities that just came out recently on the article. I can't remember who wrote the article, but just go on that list of those 25 people. You got, Donald Trump, you got James Charles, you got, PewDiePie. You got people like that, and it's just, that's a big deal. It's almost to the point now where YouTube celebrities are a bigger deal than movie celebrities, because not everyone's seen some movie, but a lot of people might hear of PewDiePie. If you get him behind your brand, holy crap, that's pretty much 100 million subscribers that may see your stuff.
Here's the thing. PewDiePie is actually the biggest YouTuber channel in YouTube. He has 96 million subscribers. There's no close second. There's no close second.
No.
I think. No, T-Series already passed.
T-Series has passed, but we don't talk about them because they're a big corrupt music group. But so here's the thing. even if you're not trying to hit, everyone has the money or whatever to hit those major influencers. Because I mean, yes, they probably cost a ton of money to have your stuff in front of them, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars for just a video. You can hit smaller influencers. Influencers has a wide range for what the definition is. If they could have 1,000 followers on Instagram, if they're
not just the followers, interaction.
Well, I was about to say, followers is different, but if they have high interaction rates, even if it's less than 1,000, like if they have high interaction with their whoever is following them, you can give your product like for free. Send it, just say, hey, I'm gonna send you this product for free. I just want you to talk about it. That's free. You didn't have to pay for it. They're gonna take it, and they're most likely, if they're small, they're gonna talk about your product because they want to grow too. It feeds itself. If you find the right people who are committed to doing their thing, whether it's a hobby or they want to make a job of it, you can reach out to them and they'll most likely be excited to work with you, especially if you'll give it for free. You don't always have to pay them, but you just have to, you can't look for the big fish. You got to look a little bit smaller, and you can find some intermediate ones. You maybe pay them a little bit, not that much, and they will talk about your product with all their followers, which could be the exact niche or target group you're aiming for. And that's relatively cheap and effective, and it's a review from a trusted influencer that people will refer to when they want to buy a product.
But here's the thing. You have to check these influencers out. There's a big red flag with influencers, in my opinion, which is sometimes they have fake followers.
Yes.
So don't ever just look at the number on the top.
You have to look for the
actually look at their content. Let's see how many comments they're getting, how many likes they're getting, how many views they're getting.
Yes, how much interaction is their channel or profile page getting? You have to look at that because, yes, anyone can buy followers and look important, but you got to look how many people are doing, checking out their profile every week, how many, whatever. Just know your stuff, do your research, get some softwares, get some numbers, and you can find the right ones, but you do have to be careful about which ones you do. Thank you guys for checking out this So Here's the Thing podcast. We got some stuff to plug right in there shamelessly.
Please look us up on Somebody's Social on Instagram and Facebook. We have some great content I think you guys would like. And thank you again for watching our show.
Yep, we give tips on finance, business, and filming tips using your camera. See you there.